Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports.
It's a pleasure to be speaking to you. I really appreciate the time. I just want to quickly start off with, this is not your first time taking on a role that portrays real, horrific, dark stories. What is your mindset going into this particular project about a story that still resonates today and we're seeing similar conversations happen?
Just to be as open as possible so that I can give as much as myself to the story. I think that's really important, especially in a story that it's already a lot of challenges built in and in the portrayals and in the scenes. That's the main thing.
Yeah. And I'm wondering how you went in to prepare yourself for this, for your role of Karen. What type of research went in? How did you prepare yourself emotionally for it?
I read the book in which the series is based, 5 Days of Memorial by Sherry Fink. Talked with Sherry as well. She made herself available because that had a wealth of information about everything that surrounded the hospital, the people, the place, historical, development of the hospital in the city. And that was the main thing. And then emotionally, just kind of allowing myself to be open and present as things were coming my way when we're working on scenes and I'm interacting with the other actors.
Yeah. I'm also wondering, I have two questions. One is, what do you hope viewers will take out, when they watch this? There's a lot to take away from here, but I'm also wondering what you personally, as a storyteller, as an actor, took out from this experience as well.
Yeah, I just want people to talk about what they're experiencing. I want people to talk about how they're feeling. And it's okay to have debates. It's okay to have differing opinions. It's okay for it to change throughout your experiencing of the series, because I feel like that's going to also be, and you're going to go back and forth, and that's okay to talk about it, because the only way things can change if people actually are talking about these things. And for me, again, the biggest takeaway for me was just the depths and the levels in which human beings can show up and go through so much, like the triumph of human beings and the spirit, because without that, there really is nothing. There's no life. And seeing that play out in this particular story is pretty remarkable, especially because people were abandoned.
And I'm also wondering how it was working with your fellow cast members on this. I mean, again, it's a very, deep, dark story, but, you had the same goal in mind. So what was it like working with your fellow cast?
It was a dream. It was a dream in terms of like how I would want to work, collaborate with actors. It was, it met that and more. I got to work with an incredible group of special, giving, talented human beings, and it was an absolute honor and a pleasure, truly.
I could feel that. It's almost as if like I'm watching almost like a documentary, really, right? That this is happening in real time as opposed to acting. I definitely felt that.
Wow,
and are you hoping that this sparks conversation with a younger generation, folks who weren't around during Katrina, and they weren't aware of this kind of horrific events?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just interesting how something can be so present and prevalent for one generation, and then it's just not there for the next. And I think in that way, that's why it's easy to forget. It's easy to not know what happened, but we have to talk about these things. And I think it's important for, younger people who definitely didn't live that to know what happened so that they can see what's happening now and how it kind of ties. Yeah. And then hopefully how maybe this can't happen again, how this, what we can do so that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for your time. People can check out 5 Days of Memorial starting August 12th on AppleTV+. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.